Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Next to me in the booth are Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Boston, they've got Heinsohn. He's out there with Sanders. Russell is out there with Jones.
I'll tell you, it had been some time coming, but really last year the dominant core that the Celtics had been built around started to show their age at times.
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Pass to Barnett. Down low. He lays it in with a soft touch. And the Celtics, Steve, as you mentioned, they seem to realize that their window is closing as the team got older. There is some age on there, and hopefully they can navigate that and play a few more years together.
Yeah, well, at the trade deadline, they explored a lot of options to maybe try to get younger to bring some youth in, but they decided to stick with it. Had a strong playoffs, and now a new-look roster. Some new pieces, but still equipped to compete.
And so here's Cleveland. Just 5 to shoot. Number 34. About a minute played so far here in the first. Deflects the pass. Back to Russell. The Celtics working the ball around now. Jones, the pass to Russell. Clock at 6. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game.
And not a very strong free throw shooting team in general, guys. They shot 73% as a team a year ago.
The first one falls.
Anytime you talk about making it into the playoffs, you have to be a team that can win games within your conference, and that's exactly where the Cavs struggle. Not a good record against Eastern Conference opponents.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. That record you're talking about, Clark, for the Cavs, 13-35 against Eastern teams, ended up as the second fewest amount of in-conference wins in the whole league. So that is an issue. I think, Steve, they're going to have to obviously rectify that.
Yeah, and that will come. I mean, this is a rebuilding process for Cleveland, and anytime you're in that mode, you know you're going to struggle. And they really struggled against teams in their own conference last year, which is saying something. The East, by far the weaker of the 2 conferences.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Barnett. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, nice body control there. Narrowly missing the shot. Would have been a 3-point play.
Had a free look at it after the foul. Nice play.
Not a bad way to rebuild if you're Cleveland. 2 of the top 5 picks in the 2011 draft. They used those picks on Kyrie Irving and Tristan Thompson. Those guys are going to be part of the foundation of this club for many years to come.
And he makes the first. Irving made an immediate impact for the Cavaliers, and Tristan Thompson, Clark, eased into his role as the season progressed. Definitely a good duo for Cavalier basketball fans.
Well, anytime you're trying to build, it's nice to be able to get 2 important and talented building blocks in one draft, as the Cavs did. I mean, you can't say enough about how great those 2 are, because not only do they have talent, they're hard workers too, and excited about the future. It was kind of a weird start to the playoffs last year for Boston. Rondo gets suspended early. but the Celtics were able to get past the Hawks as they matched up as the 4 and 5 seeds, and the Celtics actually did not have home court advantage in that series.
True, right.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Five to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Shoots a three. No luck. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Dishes it to Jones. 14 feet away. It's rebounded by Cleveland. You know, Clark, you wonder how the Celtics would fare as an older team. Shortened season, a compacted window of games, so many games crammed into 1 week. You just weren't sure how much gas they had in the tank come playoff time, Steve. But as it showed, they won a couple series and made their way through.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, taking Miami to 7 games. They had their chance, too. You know, up 3-2 in a home game, but LeBron and Miami were just too much.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Here's Sanders. Here's Russell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line. Boston is a team that fell from the elite of the East back to the middle of the pack last year. It wasn't because of their play at home, though, where they were still tough in front of the Celtics faithful.
And he can't get the first one. And the Celtics really do seem to feed off the energy here in this arena. You see all the banners hanging above us. And, you know, Steve, you can't help but be inspired if you come here as a fan or if you play for him as a member of the team.
Yeah, no question. Boston is one of the great venues in the league because of the history of the Celtics franchise. And obviously, you know, that matters to Boston. And 24-9 at home last year, they were able to take advantage of that home court. That's why they were able to hold on to that division title.
Here's Barnett. Number 32. Can't hit from the elbow.
Well, he's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, here's what the Celtics head coach had to say when we spoke just a few minutes ago. We talked about their strategy defensively, going up against such an explosive offense. He said, well, we've done our advanced scouting. We know where it is they like to get their shots and where they're most effective. The challenge is taking that information and using it out on the court. It's a great test for our players, and I'm eager to see how they respond. It'll be fun for us to watch, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris, and pretty prudent approach, I think, guys, considering the offensive explosiveness they have to contend with here.
Definitely, Kevin. You have to have a very specific plan of attack when you play against a club like this one.
And even then, guys, adjustments need to be made at some point, and that's guaranteed. I mean, it's always a chess match against this team.
Here's Cox. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Celtics leading by 3. And there's the pass to Sanders. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to go.
This has been a strong statement by them, the way they've come out and attacked the glass early.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. I love the physical play, the fact that they're taking the game right to their opponents.
Cox, defended by Jones. Here's Cox, drills the baseline jumper. So the Celtics call timeout, their first. Teams changing it up here. The Celtics with the lead. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ramsey. A second chance effort. Good. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Passes it to Barnett. There's a screen. Number 3. The rebound by Heinsohn. Celtics leading by 3. Jones up top. He feeds it to Russell. Back to Jones. The Celtics working the ball around now. Russell inside. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
And what I like watching, Kevin, with this guy is his ability to just chase down rebounds. I mean, he plays so hard, hustles from the opening tip till the final buzzer, and it really shows with his work on the offensive glass.
And, Steve, he's a guy who's going to go all out every minute he's on the court. He doesn't mind getting floor burns to make a play.
And so here's Cleveland following the bucket by the Celtics.
What a display of rebounding we've seen from them in this first quarter. Wow.
Yeah, big rebounding advantage early. No question, this team came to play.
Jones dishes to Russell, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
It's been no postseason action for Cleveland since LeBron James left. Overall, it seems the franchise goes on these spurts of making and not making the playoffs. I don't think they'll have to wait too long before getting back there, though. A lot of good young players in the Cavs system now.
And he knocks down the first one. Getting back, Clark, to what you said about Cleveland, postseason not a problem for them, but the franchise still looking for their first championship.
Well, they came close. Remember, 2007, they made the finals, although they did get swept by San Antonio, but that was when LeBron James was around. And ever since the trade, or I should say the defection of LeBron, ultimately it was a sign and trade, but ever since LeBron left, they've been in rebuilding mode here in Cleveland.
And so Russell hits them both.
And Boston has really kind of set the bar in the Eastern Conference over the last 5 or 6 years. Not quite as effective last year, but they did fare pretty well against their Eastern Conference opponents.
Here's Siegfried. Got a piece of it. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Both teams will make substitutions. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They trail by 7. And Boston against the East, it was a big part of why they were able to stay in the hunt. 32-16 on the season interconference.
Like every other playoff team in the East, they were able to have a winning record against every Eastern division, but they really took it to the Southeast, which is surprising as that was the toughest division.
Here's Siegfried following the bucket by the Celtics. Johnson outside. 5 on the clock. Siegfried to stop the drought. The shot is off. Celtics leading by 9. Number 4 blocked. Number 23. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
How about the trade that Cleveland made a year and a half ago with the Clippers? They basically gave up Mo Williams. They got Baron Davis and the number 1 overall pick in the draft, which turned into Kyrie Irving. So pretty good exchange there.
The first free throw is good. And you know, the Cavaliers released Baron Davis, freeing up cap space. Davis, of course, eventually signed with the New York Knicks. It really helped them accelerate in Cleveland, Clark, the rebuilding process. And, of course, that being from where you're from, I'm sure you can really identify with what they're trying to do. And you know you have a soft spot in your heart for them.
Without question, Cleveland is my hometown. I always want to see that team do well, and a fresh start, good young rookies, cap space, they're on their way.
Well, the Celtics shooting 31% here early on, not getting the shots they'd like. Here's Kuzi. Cavaliers with the rebound.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But, Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Siegfried gets the bucket.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Jones. He's covered closely. There's the block. And they're running up the floor. Number 23. Shot is off. Celtics leading by 5. To the paint. Gets it to go.
Kevin, they've been playing with an awful lot of energy here, getting a lot of offensive rebounds. That's always an indicator of hustle and energy.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Siegfried. Number 34. The shot is off. Number 4. And hit. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 7. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team, the hustle that they play with, very impressive in that first quarter.
Well, it's showing up on the scoreboard. I mean, you get second chance points like that, it can add to your totals and also demoralize your opponent.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Celtics. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. The Celtics have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. He misses the free throw. Sanders checked in for Heinsohn. And the second free throw, good. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Guys, the Celtics have been one of the top teams in the East, but there is a line of thinking saying they're too old to still contend for a title. Be careful writing them off, though. Last season, they became the first team in 28 years to make the conference finals after sitting with a record under 500 at the All-Star break. Kevin, this team knows how to bounce back.
Such a terrific turnaround. Thanks, Doris. Both teams deciding to change it up. Now here's Jones. He's guarded closely. They set the pick. Backs him down. Got it. Good job in the low post.
You know, he got one step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Number 12. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's his first trip to the line. And that one misses. Cavaliers making a switch here. Good on the second free throw. Here's Jones. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. 6 to shoot. Here's Ramsey. And the shot is good. He's got 5.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Well, defense starts at the rim. I mean, you want teams shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
And so here's Cleveland after the basket by Boston. Number 12. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss.
You know, when the Celtics were at their best during this recent era, they were probably the best defensive club in the entire NBA. But the team has changed. They've gotten smaller. They may be a little better offensively, but they're not really the defensive force they were a few years ago. Great move to get to the bucket and lay that one in. He's got the softest touch around the basket. Impressive.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Well, you look at the stats, and the Celtics were still great as far as opposing field goal percentage goes. And Steve, we were just talking about defense, but as Steve was just saying, Clark, they looked different to me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, a lot of it is that they had just such solid physical and mental fiber, and they just seemed to lose a bit of that edge. Still a very good defensive team, but hard to call them the best anymore.
Yeah, their mental fabric remained intact.
Yes, it did.
And the Cavaliers with possession here, following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Johnson, and another miss by Cleveland.
Well, they say control the glass, control the game. They're definitely controlling the glass.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's been the case here tonight. Big lead they're enjoying on the glass.
Russell passes to Heinsohn. Russell with the bucket. Russell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Poked loose. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Ramsey. The Cavaliers pull it in.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Number 34. And it's Russell with the rebound. Russell's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Jones up top, who's guarded by Johnson. Jones with it. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. The shot will not go. Number 32, he's guarded by Russell, and they'll keep possession. The dish now to Jones. Gets the bucket.
I like the way they got the ball inside there.
And so it's Cleveland with it. 17-point game. Number 34.
You know, in this day and age, teams do turn over a little bit more. Not like the old days where you keep the same roster for close to a decade. And despite that turnover, you do see that some teams with good management still find a way to stay on top.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. So both teams making some changes here. He hits both from the stripe. Celtics leading by 15. He dishes it to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Off the screen. Gets it to go. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter. You talk about winning in this league, guys. It sure seems, Steve, to come down to the organization.
Well, there's a culture. There's a, kind of an aura around a team that is so important. You're not always going to have talent, but if you can have a team that is always dedicated towards working and getting better, then I think over the course of time, you're going to have a lot of success. Think of San Antonio. Think of Oklahoma City. Obviously, they've had plenty of talent, but the character of the players and the work ethic of the coaching staffs and the organizations really tells you all you need to know.
Here's Barnett. Pocket 6, number 32. Shot is blocked. He kicks it to Jones. To the middle. Russell kicks to Jones. Offensive rebound. Celtics passing it around. And the pass to Heinsohn. Second chance shot. Misses on the spin to the rack. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Yes, guys, Dominic McGuire is a journeyman combo forward. He can really guard 4 positions, and as he continues to work on his shooting, it's been his aggressive defense that's been his meal ticket to this league. Asked about his defensive mindset, McGuire said, "I feel like less of a man if somebody scores on me. That's just the way I feel." Guys, you have to love a defender that takes getting stops personally.
He really is all effort. Thanks, Doris. So it's the Cavaliers now. After the basket by Boston. To the inside. And then that dunk.
Pretty significant laps there on the defensive end, guys.
Yeah, those are the ones, you just can't allow that.
No, if you're giving up dunks and layups, defensively, you're in huge trouble.
So it's the Celtics now. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Jones up top. Kicks it to Russell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Russell's got 11.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm them, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there.
Here's Barnett. The high post shot. That one goes. Count it. Barnett's got his second basket of the night. Celtics leading by 17. Number 4 misses the jumper.
He's so confident, sometimes to a fault, and that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
Here's Cox. Count the buckets.
Yeah, when you play against him, Kevin, the first thing you want to address is making it harder on him to go to work down low. If you let him get position inside, it's going to be a long night for you.
And you know what else? I love how comfortable he is rising up and knocking down jumpers straight off his dribble. He doesn't need a fancy setup to be effective.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but he seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Yeah, guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
Coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it. Celtics leading by 15.
Feeds it to Jones. 1:07 left in the first half of the game. 6 on the shot clock. He tries for 3. No good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. And Sanders pulls it down. Number 18 gets it to go. And the Celtics lead by 17. Cavaliers shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Here's Siegfried. The shot no good. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now here's Jones. Tight defense on him. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Boy, he had a good look at that one. You hate to miss that shot.
Number 12, defended by Jones, and it's rejected. From midcourt, can't get it to go. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Celtics leading by 17. And we'll have the start of the second half when we come back after the break. But right now, let's go over to Damon Bruce with the Sprint Halftime Show.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And welcome, everyone. Damon Bruce here. We've got a blowout going on in Boston. Boston leading against Cleveland. Defensively, some great shot blocking. They're giving them something to think about when they head inside. And for the Cavaliers, it's been all hustle. They've been making smart passes, protecting their possessions. Fundamental basketball's a beautiful thing to watch. And we'll be heading back to the court for the rest of our coverage as we go to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half.
And we welcome you back to the lovely and historic city of Boston, Massachusetts. Celtics leading by 17. On the court for Cleveland. The feed now to Sanders. Jones up top. That's good. Jones has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Celtics.
No question, they're trying to pound the ball inside. That's 5 straight hoops inside.
And if the D won't stop it, keep at it. I mean, those are the kind of looks you want all day long.
Here's Barnett. 6 to shoot. Rebound Boston. Russell's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Pass to Sanders. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Passes it to Heinsohn. Dishes to Sanders. They set the pick. Here's Kuzi. Tries again. Can't get it to go. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
That's good.
Been a little too easy for them inside, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Steve. I mean, they've really dictated the action in the paint. That's been their focus, and the defense hasn't mounted much resistance at all.
The pass to Heinsohn. He passes to Russell. Here's Kuzi. Takes the 12-footer and hits. And the Celtics lead by 19.
Just too easy. They're getting whatever they want down there.
You said it, Steve. 5 straight field goals inside for them. The defense has to clamp down here.
Pass to Barnett. Number 34. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Celtics ball.
Celtics leading by 19. Outside, Russell. Here's Kuzi. Not really his range, and it's off target.
That's a bad shot. You really hurt your team by taking a shot from that range. You put your defense in jeopardy.
And it certainly won't make him any friends with his teammates.
Here's Barnett. He's got 8. Number 32. Rebound, Boston. Sanders has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, they wanted to come out of this half a little better than this. Only 25% shooting so far.
Passes it to Heinsohn. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. First one falls for him. The Celtics making a switch here. Jones is checked in. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Both shots good from the stripe. The Cavaliers trail by 21. And the Cavaliers call time here.
Well, they're getting way too many easy shots in the paint. So this timeout is specifically for that reason. You got to tighten up the defense and start to make it harder for that offensive team.
I know it's easier said than done, but right now it just doesn't seem like the necessary effort is there.
Number 23. He's guarded by Russell. Cleveland moving it around. Clock at 6. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Cavaliers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And he's good on the second. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Back to Jones. He feeds it to Sanders. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen. Unhindered, going all the way. And that one's good. Barnett's got 4 points this quarter.
No question about it, guys. He's been one of their best performers today.
Now here's Jones. Puts it up from 17. And the shot is good. And the Celtics lead by 20. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Keller, he's guarded by Russell. The pass to Barnett. Here's Cox. The rebound by Heinsohn. Celtics leading by 20. Inside. Jones dishes to Sanders. Here's Ramsey. And there are the Celtics with another basket. The Cavaliers shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Here's Barnett. He's got 10. Keller. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Cavaliers have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. And the first one at the line is good. Both teams will make substitutions. And so he hits both. And here's Jones. He has 6. Russell a screen on Johnson. Here's Ramsey. The shot is off. And Cleveland will come the other way. Sanders checked in for the Celtics. And the Cavaliers making a change here. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Here's Siegfried. His first shot coming late. Oh, that's blocked. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, he's one player who can get hot in a big hurry. It's like he has an on-off switch, and once it gets flipped on, he's tough to stop.
And his focus when he's shooting, really impressive. I mean, he doesn't get rattled, very composed. Even when the defense is right on top of him, he's still able to knock down shots.
First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
That's amazing. They have yet to miss a free throw this half.
And as calm and collected as they look up there, I'm not sure they'll ever miss one the rest of the way.
Here's Siegfried. Over Jones. The offensive rebound. That's blocked. They recover it. Tries to keep it alive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Cavaliers making a switch here. And the Cavaliers call time here.
He has to be concerned with all the missed shots. I mean, it happens to every team, but you have to find a way to keep being productive even when you go through a shooting drought.
He might be trying to tell them to get to the free throw line. You know, all teams go cold at points during the game, but the good teams still find ways to score.
Number 34. And that one's good.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
Celtics leading by 20. Now Jones. He's got 6. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ramsey. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Cavaliers trail by 20. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Pass to Barnett. To the inside. Number 32. That's good. The Celtics have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Jones with it. And that one's good. Jones has got 8 points.
just adds to what has already been a great day for him.
Here's Barnett. He's got 10. Six on the shot clock. Number 34. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Celtics leading by 18. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Teams changing it up here. Here's Kuzi. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
A very rough quarter for him as not much is falling right now.
Here's Barnett. Number 32. He's guarded by Russell. 6 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. And Boston with the rebound. 22 is their biggest lead.
Well, I tell you what, guys, his struggles from the field have definitely taken their toll on the team today.
Here's Kuzi. And yes, sir, that one drops. And the Celtics lead by 20.
They're taking it to the hoop strong now, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And, Steve, I love it. I mean, I like to see guys attacking the rim and taking it to the paint. It's fun basketball to watch. It's not for the faint of heart, though. You got to be a man to go in there strong.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the bucket by the Celtics. Number 34. Can't get it to fall.
Well, he was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
Cavaliers shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Here's Barnett. That's good. Barnett's got 12.
A great move to the hoop, capped off with the finger roll. He's an outstanding finisher in close.
Passes to Heinsohn. Takes the lead pass. Nice ball movement by Boston. And the Celtics making a change here. Jones is checked in. And the Cavaliers making a change here. .30 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Jones. He has 6. And the basket good. There's the pick. Down low. Here's Cox on the mark with the 15-footer. He's got 7. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Celtics just dominating this one. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. While we're still getting underway here in the fourth, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Uncontainable Game Report. Doris?
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Celtics put together, they get the Uncontainable Game Award. Some knockdown defense early on is what allowed them to build their lead. I'm guessing you can expect more of the same here in the fourth to finish the game.
Thank you, Doris. And how many times, guys, do we see a run like this become the difference maker in the outcome of a game?
Well, that usually is the case, Kevin, when one team can get on a run like they did, where they just feel so dominant offensively. More often than not, that's going to be the difference in the game.
And in this game, even at the very beginning of that run, you could sense the momentum getting ready to take a huge swing. And swing it did, fellas. Swing it did.
Russell is out there with Heinsohn. Then there's Sanders. Then it's Jones. And it's Jones in at the 2-guard spot. That's the Boston 5. On defense, the Celtics. The pass to Sigford. There's the pick. Here's Cox. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And the first player to experience the new amnesty rule was Chauncey Billups. No longer are players outright free agents after being amnestied. They actually go through a waiver auction system. It used to be in the past the player was free to go wherever he wanted.
And the first one drops. And Chauncey Billups last season with the Clippers, Steve, it actually worked out for both. You know, he and the team, even though he got injured and had to miss a good chunk of the important part of the year.
Yeah, it was too bad that he got injured because he was playing so well for the Clippers. But it was the right situation. I like the way the system works, and I think it will continue to be fair for the players and the teams, you know, as the CBA goes onward, and we continue to see how it plays out.
Now here's Jones. Here's Heinsohn. Now the dish to Sanders. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gets the bucket. And the Celtics lead by 20.
Something they'd like to see more of him more often, that's for sure.
Pass to Barnett. It's tipped. With the clock winding down, rebound Boston. Russell's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after. Jones, the pass to Heinsohn. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, the old adage was whoever gets the best player wins the trade. But the Nuggets traded away Carmelo, and the Jazz traded away Darren Williams, and both made the playoffs last season and have a foundation laid now for great success going forward.
That free throw, no good. And you look at these Nuggets and Jazz teams, Steve, and you have to think they're pretty happy with the value they got in return for those trades Clark just talked about.
Yeah, especially in situations where you know you're going to lose your player. Everybody in the league knows you're going to lose your star player. So you really don't have great leverage. And I thought both the Nuggets and the Jazz did an excellent job of maxing out those trades and doing about as well as they possibly could.
Number 3. He's guarded by Russell. Number 3. And Boston with the rebound. Sanders has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here's Jones. Here's Kuzi. Here's Russell. And the layup is good.
Well, that's what he does. He's going to fight and battle on the offensive glass all night.
They set the screen. Number 23, and blocked. And here's the fast break. Heinsohn the pass to Jones. And there's the rejection. Barnett against Jones. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. No good. Celtics leading by 23. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. The Cavaliers have gotten off to a rough start in the 4th quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Here's Barnett. Tries to snap the cold streak, and Sanders pulls it down. Sanders has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along, and 3 minutes gone so far. Backing down is Russell. Gives him the lead pass. Just 5 on the clock. From the top of the key, Boston. No good that time either.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Here's Cox. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, you look back at the Western Conference last year and talk about a wide open field. I know San Antonio and Oklahoma City had the best records, but there wasn't ever a point where you didn't feel like any one of 6 teams couldn't make the finals.
The first free throw is good. Well, and it seems that way, Steve, with the West, that there really isn't ever a team that is far and away the best. Just a very deep conference from top to bottom.
And it's been like that for a while, you know, because you've had Dallas and San Antonio and the Lakers. You've just had really good teams jockeying for position and knocking each other off. And now all of a sudden Oklahoma City is the king of the hill, but you still have some really good teams that are capable of getting to the finals.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. It's stolen. Number 34. And that one's good.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
Celtics leading by 19 points. He dishes it to Jones. The Celtics working the ball around now. Russell kicks to Sanders. Clock at 6. Barnett against Jones. Sanders dishes to Russell. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Went for the 2-hand throwdown there. Needed safety and power.
That's how you do it.
Yep. No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
And so it's Cleveland with it. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Ball's knocked loose. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Jones is running. Here's Sanders. Can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 21. Here's Cox.
You know, you look at the way a point guard develops at a young age. Most of them turn the ball over quite a bit. And the game is happening so fast, they're trying to figure out what they can or can't do on the floor. But the more experience they get, generally speaking, the better they get at handling the ball.
First one falls for him. And Steve, you speak of that from both a GM and a former guard. You've got certainly a great resume in both those areas. It just takes time to adjust to the speed of the game at the NBA level.
And sometimes these talented point guards are so good, Kevin, that they have to figure out, you know, what they can and can't do. They feel like they can do everything, so they come into the league and they've got to just make some mistakes and learn from them, and then eventually settle down and become efficient.
Celtics leading by 19. He kicks to Jones. Pass to Heinsohn. Drains the J off the nimble drop step. Cavaliers have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Now the pass to Barnett. There's the screen. Number 34. True on the 14-footer.
Seems to be recovering after that rough first half. Really starting to play well here.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Kicks it to Jones. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Shooting for Boston, Sam Jones will be at the line shooting 2.
And And he knocks down the first one.
Hey, we all like to watch players really go after it, play with emotion and energy. So much of winning comes down to will in addition to skill, going after it, playing hard. A lot of times you see talented players who just don't have that motor, aren't revved up, and that can really be difficult for coaches.
Good on both. Going back to what Clark just said, that motor, Steve, is that something that can be worked on or that coaches can bring out of a player, or is it just inherent?
I kind of feel like it's inherent, Kevin. I don't think you can ever teach a guy to play harder. Now, you can teach him techniques, and you can motivate him in certain ways to help him improve. But ultimately, when you talk about energy and motor, that's something that is just either in a player or it's not.
Here's Sanders. Boston again missing. The Cavaliers by 21. Pass to Barnett. And Jones pulls it down. Well, the Celtics shooting 43% from the field. Here's Sanders, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Well, they haven't gotten much production from him, but they remain in the league.
Passes it to Barnett. Here's the screen. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cox. Off target from outside. Celtics leading by 23. To the paint. Here's Sanders. No luck.
Still trying to get into the swing of things here offensively. It just has not happened for him here. I'll tell you, I was really worried during the labor negotiations that the league would lose popularity, but I didn't think the NBA suffered much at all. They started games on Christmas Day. The fans came back immediately. TV ratings were as high as ever. So I think the league survived quite well.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Well, you look back to the Christmas Day start last season. All the big names and all the big-time teams. You know, Steve, it did a great job of bringing the NBA back in a big way.
Well, if you think about it, before Christmas, most sports fans are focused on football. Christmas Day has always been sort of the unofficial beginning of the NBA season as far as a lot of sports fans are concerned. So, Christmas is a big day for the NBA, but I think it really worked out well for the NBA to start the season on Christmas Day. It really reduced the impact that the lockout had in terms of a negative reaction from the fans. Man, they have a huge advantage in points in the paint. Look at that.
Oh, and this defense is getting pushed around a bit too much for my liking. They're just not competing at a high enough level here.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Cox, defended by Jones. Here's Cox. Cannot hit. Now Boston takes it the other way. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Sanders' shot is good. Sanders has got 8 here in the quarter.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Barnett gets it to go.
Well, something we've seen more and more being utilized by teams over the years is the corner three-pointer. It's the closest three-point attempt on the floor, and the stats don't lie. The corner three is actually the second most effective shot on the floor other than a layup.
So it's the Celtics now, following the score by Cleveland. Sanders' shot is off. The Cavaliers shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Number 34. And Sanders pulls it down. Sanders has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And his teams use more and more advanced stats. We'll keep seeing those corner threes, I'm sure, Steve.
Yeah, and what we'll also see, and we've seen it the last few years, is defense is designed to deny that corner three, forcing players to shoot inside the arc, running players off the line, forcing them to shoot challenged two-point shots, which are lower percentage.
And the first one at the line is good, so both teams making some changes here. He's off on the second. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Number 34. The rebound by Heinsohn.
He doesn't really scare a defense at all. You've seen him miss quite a few just like those.
Here's Jones. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 50 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Number 34. That's good. They are enjoying, Steve, a commanding lead.
Well, and it gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest, which is so critical during this grueling NBA season.
Feeds it to Sanders. Pulls it from the elbow. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Number 34, defended by Jones. Number 34, gathers. The rebound by Heinsohn. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game.
Get your hand off my penis!